Hello, mortals! Today I'm going to be a white knight! Nah, just kidding. I'm going to be taking the piss out of someone with some very stupid ideas. Take it away, Coach Red Pill.
Women are like dogs. They are exactly like dogs. And never forget that. I love women.
Do you? As a demon, love is an emotion that I'm very much aware of, but just don't feel. The same with empathy. Ugh. They're merely tools to be used in my never-ending quest to acquire souls. But you? No, you don't love women. I suspect you're unfamiliar with the concept of love. Unless it is, of course, the same love Narcissus was intimately familiar with. Beware of mirrors. You may starve to death as you become transfixed with your own perfect image. Pride and vanity. I love those sins.
I think that they're terrific. Men bore me. I think that men are just stupid. Okay? Probably because, whenever I'm talking to most men, I know what they're thinking or what they're going to say, 3 steps before they say it.
Yeah, okay. Clue you in on something? People who say they can do that usually can't do that.
So it's just no fun to be talking to a guy. But a woman, Jesus Christ, she's just a complete surprise.
No, men and women are equally surprising. Men have been hardwired since the hunter-gatherer-protector days to be distrustful of others. Vulnerability in men is not necessarily punished, but there's always that sense in the back of the mind to keep the guard up, just in case that said vulnerability is taken advantage of. Whereas women believe that opening up and making yourself vulnerable is normally rewarded. Thus you are surprised more by women when they open up to you, because they are more trusting, and society won't punish them for taking social risks.
And I'm not talking about sexually attractive women between the ages of 20 and 27. I'm talking any woman, a 3-year-old girl, some hot young thing, some older middle-aged woman, some elderly lady. They are all fascinating to me because they're all so surprising. The way that they think, their priorities.
How much easier they are to manipulate than distrustful men.
Guys, they're simple.
If men are so simple, then you're simple. But since your previous videos are a constant claim to your complex and superior nature, I suspect you're bullshitting. Or you're inconsistent with your beliefs.
Women, it's not that they're a mystery. It's that they're a constant surprise, as far as I'm concerned, right? That's why I love women, right?
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
But I recognize the truth about women.
And the but. You know what but means? Negate everything previously stated, so we have just established everything you just said was bullshit. I'm not racist, but I believe in free speech, but
women are like dogs. Now, what do I mean?
Ah, the truth. Please enlighten me with your wisdom.
You have to treat them like you would treat a dog.
So you subscribe to behaviorism and are a proponent of explicit-implicit memory theory. The same applications can be used against men as well for similar results, right? But please, explain how your behaviorism for women is only applicable to females and not men as well.
Firmly.
And exactly how does that not apply to any human?
See? A woman does not respond to insecurity.
Men don't respond to insecurity either.
A woman despises insecurity.
Men as well. Society despises insecurity in males. It's the taboo of male suffering. Society does not accept it. Society would be everyone, which is why the male suicide rate is so high. Society in general refuses to acknowledge it unless there's a feminist spin on it, blaming toxic masculinity, for instance.
And responds to weakness with a snarl, just like a dog.
I'm sure you respond to weakness in the same manner. Does that make you a woman?
You ever go up to a dog and you're afraid of the dog and the dog senses it and the dog gets up and smells the fear coming off of you and starts barking at you and snarling at you and showing its teeth and it's pissed off at you and doesn't like you, right?
No, because it's a myth. You could quite easily walk up to a tiny dog that wouldn't even be big enough to fill a sandwich, have all the confidence in the world knowing you could just easily crush it under your foot, but those damned yappy fuckers will still bark and snarl at you just like a bigger dog would.
Like a woman.
Like a human of any country.
You go up to some, 23-year-old hottie, right? And you're like all insecure and tentative, like, I'm sorry, hi, can I get you a drink? I just want to be friends, please don't bite me. And what's that woman gonna do? She's gonna snarl at you. She's gonna look at you like, ew, creepy, ew, rough.
Depends on the individual and the situation.
Right, that's what she's gonna do.
Prejudice much?
Right? You come up to a woman, the same 23-year-old hottie, and like, you're pretty hot, but I don't think that you're in my league. What's she gonna do? She's gonna be like, whoa, who's this guy? She's gonna chill out. She's gonna be intrigued by you and relaxed around you, right?
No, they're fucking not. They're gonna tell you to keep on walking. Okay, maybe a certain type of woman. Perhaps a thought, or someone with low self-esteem. The kind that you wouldn't really want to date.
Because women are like dogs.
And you are like a broken record. I certainly hope you'll come up with some actual reasoning behind this clickbait trash.
If you're firm and self-confident, they respond. They get relaxed. See? Just like dogs. You go up to a dog, a big, mean Doberman Pinscher, right? Or whatever, some Germanic, Rottweiler, right? Or a pit bull, You go up to that dog, and you say, hey, don't fuck with me, dog.
Then the owner makes a hand gesture, and said dog clamps its jaw around your throat, because the dog has been trained in Schutzhund. As you gasp for air, the owner smiles and gestures to his gimp to drag you into his sex dungeon under his gun shop. No, Bruce Willis will not be saving you.
I'm the human, you're the dog. Sit. The dog's gonna like, oh, okay.
And that's how I know you don't love women. You don't think they're your equal. Tell me, has it ever occurred to you that maybe women can tell you hate them? It might be why you've had some problems in the past. Your concept of what love is interesting to say the least. And don't give me any of that metaphor crap. Don't bullshit a bullshitter.
And that dog is going to sit. And you're going to scratch its head, scratch it behind its ear, and lo and behold, that dog is going to roll over and offer his belly to you, and you're just going to scratch away, and that dog is going to be, happy as a clam. And you're going to be happy too, because,
Because you're going to make promises you have no intention of keeping so you can fuck that dog?
You made a friend.
Okay, close enough.
With women, same thing. You're afraid of them, you're screwed. See? You go up to them confidently, you speak to them confidently, you look them in the eye, you're relaxed, and what's going to happen? You're going to be fine. Yeah? The woman's going to respond to you. She's going to be relaxed, because women respond to confidence. It relaxes them, and they feel that the man that they're with, the confident man who's speaking to them, knows what he's doing, knows what he's about.
And men don't respond to confidence? And women don't respond to confident women? See, this is my problem with your metaphor. It applies to anyone. Take your mother, for instance. If she's confident and calm, you, as a child, would think all is well. So, is your mother a bitch? Are you the son of a bitch? Are you the bitch? Are you your mother's little bitch? Your metaphor is not intended to explain anything. Your metaphor is clickbait and nothing else. It's designed to enrage people. Me? I think you're funny as hell. I'm sure there will be boatloads of feminists responding to this video autistically screeching about this is what PUAs look like. Although you're not a PUA, because a genuinely successful pickup artist who teaches less confident men on how to approach and open a conversation with a woman would never say anything as dumb as treat a woman like a fucking dog.
Now, of course, the issue becomes, how do you get that confidence? Well, how do you get that confidence with the dog? Experience. You go out and you meet different dogs. You meet different dogs, and at first you're going to be afraid, and at first the dog is going to bite you, right? But eventually, with enough experience, with enough mileage, you get confident. You meet a new dog, no problem.
Dogs, women, relationships, all equally disposable.
See, there was this wild dog out where I used to live for a while, right? I lived out in the country for a while, late last year, and this wild dog was running around and just being a nuisance. But he was a big dog, so people were scared that it was going to bite somebody, and it was a fast dog, and anyway.
I'm just gonna call bullshit right now. You are lying. I can tell by the way you slow blink and look to your left. You know, the creative side of the brain when you're making shit up. Besides, didn't anyone think to call animal control? The RSPCA? If an unattended dog is running around, that's usually the first thing that happens.
The point is, I wound up going up to that dog, and I have some experience with dogs. And I just yelled at the dog and said, "Stop barking." It stopped barking. It didn't know that I wanted it to stop barking. It just sensed that I was the guy in charge. See?
But you're the dog whisperer, of course.
The dog chilled out. Soon enough, we became fast friends. Soon after that, started hanging out at the house, you know? And it de facto became the guard dog, right? Why is this?
Oh, come on, you're better than this. Surely you could come up with a better, more believable story than some stray dog deciding that you're going to be his new owner because you shouted at it. Maybe because you're lying and you want to make your metaphor seem more realistic or relatable by making up some bullshit story? If it didn't become your servant, it would undermine your whole position. However, if you had some negative example and learned something from it, I'd have taken you more seriously.
Why did this happen? And by the way, this is the trigger for this post. Because I realized, I had enough experience with dogs to get the dog to chill out. And the same with women. When I was young, I was terrified of women. I shat bricks whenever I'd see a woman. And when a pretty girl would look at me, I was like terrified, tongue-tied, or worse, I'd say just a lot of stupid shit. And she'd like look at me like, "Oh God, get away from me, you." That's what she used to say.
Used to? I'm not sure if past tense is applicable in this instance.
But I got enough mileage in my system. And also I discovered that if you're funny, girls like you.
Everyone likes a funny person.
You're funny, you're telling a joke, you're making them laugh. Because when laughter is the quickest confidence builder, both for a woman and for yourself.
But dogs don't laugh. How can you use humor on a dog?
If you can make people laugh, you feel more confident.
To be honest, you are making me laugh right now, on the inside. It's a bitter form of laughter. Laughter more directed at the one laughing rather than the humour in question. It is the laughter of the damned.
With the same thing that goes with women. You make them laugh and they feel more confident in you. See? And it becomes a virtuous cycle. So that's what you have to do. You have to treat women like dogs.
Telling a woman a joke is treating them like a dog. Got it.
See? You don't hit them.
What the fuck? That went to a dark place really quick. Why are you assuming your audience wants to beat women? What kind of low opinion do you have of your subscribers?
Okay, no, I'm not advocating that. I would never hit a dog and I'd never hit a woman. You don't need to. You just have to show that you're confident. That's enough.
You have no idea how to handle dogs, do you? Not even a little bit. You were giving some seriously horrible advice. If anyone follows your advice and gets bitten, they should sue you for reckless endangerment. You might ask yourself, am I talking about getting bitten by a dog or a woman? The answer is yes. Both.
Show that you are confident. Show that you are the mammal in charge, as it were.
Did you just assume my race? You need to get that privilege in check, mortal.
And you'll do fine, It doesn't matter how gorgeous she is. It doesn't matter how big the dog is. It doesn't matter how beautiful her hair falls and how beautiful her eyes. It doesn't matter how big his fangs, and like how mean his build.
I've just got to say, the way you mix your metaphors here is very odd. Very odd indeed.
You're confident, and soon enough they're going to be rolling over and you're going to be scratching their belly or other body parts.
Look, just come out of the closet about being a furry, okay? It's the internet. Nobody will hold it against you. All baits clipped. Well, I'll give you props for honesty. Right, where to begin? Firstly, you completely fail to show how your analogy applies to only the egg incubator subspecies. Your metaphors, methodology, and theory can all be applied to egg fertilizers just as well. Secondly, you don't explain why. What is the origin to this phenomenon? Why do people calm down when someone else is in charge? The origin is from humanity mimicking behaviours. Humans are not sheep. Contrary to your established past premises, humans are mimics. They adopt the traits of those around them. Why? Because they are alive. Therefore, they must be doing something right. For example, if there were 4 trails and a group of 100 people divided into 4 groups and only one trail was safe, then you'd kill 75 humans. However, if you send 4 scouts ahead and 1 comes back, you've only killed 3 humans. This can apply from anything, from innovation in technology, social settings, to finding the perfect way to kill an angel. A handful of people are risk takers. Most perish, a few succeed. Then the rest imitate the successful ones. The imitators don't take much risks, but they also don't profit as much as the trailblazers. A common trait among trailblazers is confidence. They wouldn't be trailblazers without it. This is what causes people to trust them. Confident people who survive are admired by and imitated as well by others. So in case you're missing my point here, you are not a trailblazer, you're a mimic. You started up your channel with formulaic, skeptic bullshit and clickbait crap. There's nothing about you worth praising or imitating. You're a bullshitter and you bring nothing new to the discussion. And it will work to some degree. You'll display the traits of real trailblazers, but nothing you do will be original. Go big or go home. You want to keep up with a strange amalgamation of both MGTOW and PUA cult leader messianic complex shtick? At least explain in some detail to why. Better yet, show how it's done, in the field. And yes, I do have enough self-awareness to acknowledge that most of what I cover isn't exactly at the cutting-edge forefront of YouTube either. But at least I'm honest about it and try to entertain. Now, here's my advice to the viewer. Ignore what this hack said. Being told to be confident isn't helpful at all. The same when people give vague advice like, be yourself. It's worthless without any context. The best thing you can do is to not put too much emphasis on your ultimate goal, which is usually to get laid. Enjoy their company at that very moment. If you just started talking to someone in the street, which in some cases is better than a club or bar, and you suddenly feel like you don't know what to say next, don't worry. All you have to do instead of letting in that silent pause is to come out with one line. Let's go get a coffee. Granted, it helps if there's a coffee shop nearby. If she says yes, then great. Instant date right then and there. You might get even more nervous when you sit down with her because you're shit scared of fucking her up now you know she's potentially interested in you. But relax. You've got at least 10 minutes of her attention, so you're off to a good start. If she says no, that's fine. There's a multitude of reasons why she could decline. She could be on her way to work, for an appointment. She could be on her way home to her boyfriend, so don't take it personally. The best thing you can do is not give a fuck about the outcome. Because it'll end well, or you'll learn something from it. Don't be scared of being put in the friend zone. If she's made it clear that she's not interested in you in a romantic way, it's fine. If she genuinely wants to be your friend, accept it, get over it, and either move on, or see if she has any single friends who might be suitable. But you never know if you don't ask. If nothing comes of it, then approach the next woman. You'll be knocked back, you'll be rejected, but your social circle of female friends will also grow. And that, my mortal chums, is how confidence is grown. I've been today's dating coach, Mr Grrr, and remember, women are not like dogs.